Okay, good afternoon everyone. Apologies for the slightly late start. Welcome to Hilton West Palm Beach for this media conference with Marc Guehi to preview tomorrow's matchup with Costa Rica in Orlando. As ever, we'll keep it to 2 questions per person. If we do have time, we'll come back to you. And please raise your hand if you do have a question and use the microphone available. Rob Dorset, do you want to start?
Hi Mark, lovely to see you.
Hey, good to see you.
You well?
I'm good, thank you.
Good man. I just wanted to ask you about the last, I think, 13 months for you, which have been absolutely extraordinary. You won the FA Cup, you got your dream move to Manchester City, you won 2 cups since then, and now you're at your first World Cup. That's a heck of a lot when you say it all out loud in one go. Is this the best of the bunch? Is this the pinnacle of it?
I mean, I'm grateful, super grateful for everything that you just explained. I don't know if it's the pinnacle. I'm always striving for more and hoping for more, but like you say, to be at a World Cup is a fantastic achievement, and I'm super humbled by it.
We've been talking a lot about England's central defensive options, and you've obviously played a lot with Stones and Ezri Konsa, more with Konsa than Stones, I think, in fairness. But they seem very different, the two of them. Can you kind of compare them for us and what strengths each of them has got? Because you probably know better than anybody.
Yeah, I'd say different, but a lot of quality with both of them. Both coming from managers and style of plays that suit them, because they're both ball-playing centre-halves, but both really good defenders themselves, both read the game really well. I'd say both leaders as well. They both lead by example in the way that they train and in their behaviour, the way that they are as people around the camp. So, both fantastic players and big assets to the team.
Okay, Rob, if you go to the back row, we'll go Carrie Brown here next. Okay.
Hello, Mark. How's it going? You're going to the last preparation camp. You've done a lot of warm weather training. Are you feeling that impact now, especially in the last match in Tampa? You're more acclimatised to the heat and the conditions?
I think so, yeah. First day was extremely hot. But yeah, I think as the days have gone on, we've been doing a lot better, getting used to the weather, getting used to conditions. It's definitely a big step for us, and it was a fantastic idea to come out here early and, just like you say, acclimatise to everything. So yeah, I think everyone's in a good place.
The Arsenal players have returned. Ebbs, of course, you both had a remarkable journey this season. Were you unsurprised by how impressed Mikel Arteta became about what Ebbs could do, and have you put your arm around him a bit with the penalties? And how nice is it to see the reaction from the Arsenal fans, the real fans, not what you see on social media, the buying up of shirts, the biggest cheers for Ebbs and Gabriel? That has to be a turning point of how you get behind players in moments like that.
Ebbs is a fantastic player. I've seen it from day one. He's someone that has overcome so many adversities. So I'm sure to be here is a fantastic achievement for himself, but I've seen his development at Palace, and true gent, someone that you love to be around, and of course a fantastic player. I just congratulated him on the Premier League. I didn't really watch the Champions League final, obviously heard about it, but like you say, it's important to remind everyone of the good things that they've done. I think they're well aware of everything else, but like I say, it's obviously nice for the Arsenal fans to do that.
Could you pass back to Sammy, and we'll go back row then next. You go. Yeah.
Hi, Mark. Here.
Hey.
João Miguel Nunes, RTP Portugal. First of all, I would like to ask you, what is your goal for this World Cup? Win the title is the main goal or no?
Every single person in this room knows what that answer is or should be, so I don't think I'd need to go too much into that, but definitely giving a good account of ourselves, approaching every single game with the belief and with the style of play that, we can really hurt teams. So yeah, I think, just showing that togetherness on the pitch and, giving the England fans performances that they should be proud of.
Then I would like to talk a little bit about the Portuguese guys that you already know. Of course, Ruben, Mateus and Bernardo. Did you talk with them about the World Cup? What do you think that Portugal can do in this World Cup? Do you see Portugal as a favourite? And of course, I would like to know also, how would you miss Bernardo? is leaving your team. So I guess it's a person with a big capacity in the locker room.
Yeah, we didn't speak too much about the upcoming competition, but for sure, I wish him all the best. Yeah, for Bernardo, I think I've said it before, he's one of the best players I've played with. And I think as a team, we're definitely going to miss him, not just on the pitch, but his personality off the pitch. He's a big character, big leader. And yeah, Portugal, like I said, are a very strong side, fantastic players. And yeah, they definitely one of the teams to watch in this competition. So, mate.
Hi, Mark.
I'm not looking at it. Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, we won't know the answer to this until the game against Croatia, but you appear to be the first choice centre-back, and it's a race between obviously Ezri Konsa and John Stones as to who plays next to you. Are you looking in that way? And how do you find that responsibility now of being a senior member of the squad?
I'd say for me, the most important, and not just me, but every single person knows that if we're going to achieve something at this World Cup, it's important that everyone's a team player. Cliche or not, whether I'm playing or not, really is important. It's not important at all. The most important is that the team does well, that we move through the competition with confidence, and try to achieve our goal.
And just quickly, can I ask you a question about training with the tunes on, with the music on? Whose idea is that, and why, and who picks the playlist?
Yeah, it's Joel at the moment, one of our physiotherapists. He's on the tunes. I don't know. It's just good vibes. We're out in Miami. Sun's out, so why not?
Sammy, pass it to Henry here, and we'll go Gabriel. Yeah, Gabriel, you next. Yeah, you.
Okay, good to see you, Mark.
Hey.
Having trained in the heat, having had a game, what is going to be the identity of the team? Thomas has talked about a controlled intensity. How would you describe the identity of the team's play moving forward at this World Cup?
Yeah, I'd say it will look similar to how it's looked throughout the qualifying phases. I'd say being very mindful of the fact that we have good physical capabilities in our squad, and we want to maximise that and impose ourselves and show that on the pitch, but also using our understanding of conditions and experience that we've had in different competitions, and understand that it's going to be hot at times, and so being mindful of that is very important.
But you're still confident that physical intensity that Thomas talked about when he took over the job is achievable?
I think so. I believe so. I mean, look across the squad, you can see the physical capability that we have, as well as the technical part and the understanding of the game. But it's going to take both sides, that physical side, but like I said, game management, understanding of conditions and circumstances in different games to maybe tweak things and adjust.
Thank you.
Thank you. Henry.
Mark, hi. First, good luck in the tournament.
Thank you.
Secondly, you've played 28 times for England. You've had 13 different centre-backs that you've played alongside in that time. A couple of them were playing full-backs, but they are centre-backs. What are the strengths that you bring that you can blend so easily with them? And do you actually study them? And we know you study centre-forwards to see their runs, but do you also study the players that you're going to play alongside with internationally? Thank you.
Yeah. I try to do my best in knowing every single teammate that I play with and understanding their strengths. And I think me as a person, I think it's so important that I accommodate them, make them feel as comfortable as possible, make them feel like, that they're back at club, for example, playing regularly. And, I think that's one of my strengths, is accommodating other players and making them feel comfortable. At the end of the day, it's all for the good of the team. There's no one person above the team.
Here, Mark. How are you? Good?
I'm good, how are you?
All right, TNT Sports Brazil. It's a cliche, but I would like to ask you, what do you feel about favorites of this competition? Do you feel that England is in the top 5 among the favorites? How do you see this issue?
I think you're asking the wrong person here.
Why?
Because I don't read anything in the news. I don't watch anything. I don't know what's going on at all.
But watching all the other national teams, do you feel that Spain, France, other teams are in front of England or behind?
I don't know whether they're in front or behind. All I know is we'll find out at this competition, and it's going to be exciting because, like you say, there's going to be a lot of good teams, a lot of good players. So yeah, we'll find out. Thank you.
Hi, Mark. I'm David with the City of Palm Beach Gardens. We've been very happy to have you here as hosting you and your team for the training camp. Just wanted to get your thoughts on the city, the accommodations, facilities, and particularly the quality of the pitches and how it's aided you and your team leading to the World Cup.
It's been great. It's been fantastic. The accommodation has been great. I think everyone has been super friendly. It's been super welcoming to us, and we've felt at home straight away here in West Palm Beach. So it's been amazing. The quality of the pitches have been really good so far. Training's been of a high standard and high quality. So yeah, we can only say thank you to you guys.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you,
James.
I'm Mark. If the first game against New Zealand was about sort of acclimatising and getting minutes, is there a feeling that everything's going up a level tomorrow? That obviously it's the last chance to kind of impress in a game setting before the tournament starts.
Yeah, I'd say naturally, like you say, the first game, acclimatisation, getting used to everything. Second game, pick it up. Naturally, it's going to feel like that, with the way we want to play and the intensity. But still also being mindful of the fact that players are still at different stages, coming from players that have played recently, players that haven't played recently. So I think the most important message is just to arrive at the right time, and that's on the 17th, that's against Croatia. So as long as the guys are ready for that game, that's the most important.
I think the New Zealand game was your 58th match of the season for club and country, which is obviously a lot. I mean, just firstly, sort of how fresh do you feel, and just generally, how much of a challenge is it for you as a group to put that kind of workload for you, because so many of you played that number of games and really perform in this World Cup?
Yeah, I mean, it's the big question in modern day football at the moment. Are we working too hard? Are we playing too many matches? I think, to be honest, when you enter in the World Cup, that all goes out the window. There's only one thought in your mind, and that's doing the best for your country and trying to achieve something. So yeah, we're very mindful of the fact that we played loads of games. I think the most important is mental freshness. Away from the training pitch, are we enjoying our time together? Are we relaxing? Because ultimately, I think the mind at this point is a lot more important than the body.
Sam.
Hi, Mark. You said just now that you don't read anything, you don't watch anything, you completely sort of insulate yourself against the news. You also talked about the relaxation. We know that Harry Kane loves to do a little bit of golf, and he's big into that. What is it that you do then to keep your mind fresh and to relax away from the game?
Yeah, a lot of the guys like to play golf. Unfortunately, I'm a bit too stiff for golf. I'd say I've gone out and explored West Palm Beach a little bit. Really nice place. Gone to a lot of the streets, had some coffee, gone to the beach. So explore, whether it's reading, whether it's movies, series, or just spending time with the guys. I think we've all got our little routines. But yeah, anything away from football. As soon as you come off the pitch is nice, just to keep your mind fresh.
You've been in a lot of teams, even over the course of the last couple of years. You've changed teams a couple of times, and obviously that means you're meeting different personnel. Where do you rate this dressing room and the togetherness, which has been so central to what Thomas is trying to achieve?
I'd say it's up there. I think everyone feels extremely comfortable with one another. I'd say more importantly, off the pitch stuff is so big. I think the on the pitch stuff will take care of itself, but the bond that I think the group is having and gelling together is so important. That camaraderie that we have together is so nice for everyone to feel comfortable. However many caps, however many tournaments, it's nice to just spend time together, and I think it's gelling really nicely.
So we'll finish with two back with Carrie here.
Mark, I was just wondering about those changing partnerships that you've had, from being at Crystal Palace when there isn't as much squad depth, so then more injury, to then going to an injury crisis with Manchester City and the change of guard at England. How have Tuchel, Guardiola and your managers at Palace helped you? Because you seem to really adapt very well to that change of partner.
Yeah, I'd say fortunate enough to have been coached by some really, really good coaches, especially over the last year or so with, Oliver Glasner, Pep Guardiola, Thomas Tuchel, of course. It helps when there's a clear way that we're playing and clear principles. For someone like me, it just makes it very easy. But also, I'm playing with some top players, really, really good players. So we make it easy on each other. We try and learn each other's weaknesses, each other's strengths, and just build on those qualities that we have.
Declan Rice has been announced as the vice captain. You joined the academy a year after him. He was 1 year above you when you were 7 and he was 8. How your careers have grown together, but you've been touted as a future England captain too. Where does all that leadership that you two have come from?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'd say we're both different characters, both different leadership skills as well. I'd say Declan's probably a bit more vocal than I am. But I'd like to think equally as effective. But yeah, I'd say give credit to the different academies that we've been at. We've both been at Chelsea Academy and obviously West Ham for Declan. And, in that time you grow, you come across different people and you just, learn. So I think credit to the people that have helped us along the way, to allow us to be where we are today.
Okay, thanks everyone. Thomas Tuchel will be here shortly.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.